All right, guys, God bless you, and welcome to This Is It 4321. Okay, we got to keep going till the end, and I'll tell you what, with what I've got to show you, it is just so hopeful that our time is at hand. And I say that with kind of a broken heart in a way, because I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. But I'll tell you what, I've been walking this walk for over 22 years knowing that the end is coming. I've drawn it out on my board as of 3 weeks ago. The Lord showed me the path and the understanding of infinity when you have these two different energies attached to each other and that start at a central point and go away, and they make this infinity loop coming back. It is made manifest in videos right in front of you all the time. Taylor Swift, perfect example, is a manifestation of the other eye opening up in the host body system, because you have one eye that's up, one eye that's down, one eye that's good, one eye that's evil. We are the knowledge of the tree of good. So you know good, which is, knowing something is knowing something. It's a consciousness. The knowledge of good, so knowing good, consciousness of good, and the knowledge of evil, knowing evil. One goes to heaven, one goes to the abyss. All this 3i Atlas stuff that's coming together is just like, it's intersecting my folders so much, I'm freaking out. Okay, they're saying that they're talking to draconian reptilian beings that show up in the form of holograms that are associated with 3i Atlas. Okay, well, let's put that on the visor. You know what I mean? We'll see where this goes. Okay, maybe. Is it for sure? I don't know. But here's the weird thing. I drew in a hieroglyph that's got a serpent being inside Akhenaten. I've drawn in all kinds of stuff. The shadow of adumbration mentioned in Luke 1, 78 and 79, that the day spring from above shall enter into us and show us, turning the shadow of darkness to light. Okay, well, if you look at what it means, the shadow of darkness, it says adumbration, and it literally means to sketch in the shadows. What is it I told you the Lord told me I had to do? Blow up a big poster of Akhenaten, Nefertiti, put it on a light board, and he said, make myself available, and I did. And then he had me get Sharpie markers and clear plastic layovers, and then I drew in the shadow of adumbration. Okay. Now, I'm having such trouble with computers, it's insane. We're under attack. I'm going to plug in this video clip you need to watch. It literally shows you that 3i Atlas is replicating signals in the form of data packages and creating what they call a phantom mirror. A phantom mirror. And it shows you, when they tell you that on the screen, they literally show you like string theory. So remember, I showed you in the Vatican, when you put male and female together, male's right side up right here, female's upside down right here, and the point that they come together right there begins a trip into infinity from the very beginning. So one energy goes one direction, one goes the other, and then they come back and they meet in the center. Let me give you an example of that right here, and you'll see this in the video. You'll see this mentioned exactly in the video. Now, here's the other thing. These things that you're looking at on the screen and talking about two different energies, one is replicating the other. Now listen, and the one that's doing the phantom imaging, which is Genesis 1, by the way, Genesis 1:26, let us create man in our image. It says phantom image. Salam, phantom image. So this 3i Atlas that's apparently taken over the Voyager is sending a replicating signal called phantom mirroring. And when they tell you about it, they show this exact thing on the screen right here, showing two opposites that share the same data. That's exactly the Taylor Swift video where this thing, she's holding the scales and then the whole thing turns upside down and you find out that the female is actually the devil, her side of the equation. Well, in the video, she's got these this hourglass and it's in front of her eyes and her eyes are closed, but then as the hourglass gets sideways, like perfectly horizontal to where like it's about to turn, her eyes are wide open. And I've been telling everybody, that's what the Lord told me to tell everyone. The dragon's eye is open now. The other eye is open. That's why in the Vatican, the entire wall of the Sistine Chapel, I think it's called La Resurrection, is a big dragon. And in one eye of the dragon, it shows a guy with his hands tied behind his back and he's falling down. And all of the other angels, they have devil horns because they can't sustain that eye. And then it shows these other guys going through from one eye to the other. And when they're crossing through with this crown, in the other eye is a group of angels erecting a pillar in the other eye, a beam, and they're taking over the other eye while they're crushing the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Did y'all hear what I just said? One eye of a dragon is faltering, and it looks like guys that are Christians that have become the devil. In the other eye, it's a bunch of other angels propping up a beam, crushing the Lion of the tribe of Judah. And that's the eyes of the dragon? Well, that's crazy. That's what's going on in Taylor Swift's video. It's rotating. The eyes are open. The female is the serpent, female energy. But it's also in the image of Elohim created he, him. Male and female created he, them. It's him posing as puppets. And so anyway, this now is manifesting in all my stuff, you guys. Whether they're talking about draconian, reptiles that are in charge of 3i Atlas, well, I drew a whole hieroglyph that shows that. I've got litanies of proof of exactly that being the agenda, that there's a serpent race destroying a sheep race over and over and over again. Okay, well, they're saying they're saying that there's a serpent race and they don't know what their intentions are.
Are you guys vaginas? Women.
Source material is what we are.
Source material?
The source is where you come from.
But I'm not sure what your intentions are.
Pure joy is our intention. That's the only intention.
Well, they said their intentions were to come and harvest star seed. Well, I'm the guy that had the get-together night under the stars because the Lord showed me one of our eyes goes to a star. The other one goes to a worm, just like the Justin Timberlake video shows you. There's a guy in the trunk of the car, his phantom image with a worm through him. Isn't it weird 3i Atlas would even have the terminology phantom mirroring, and it would show the string theory, like one dimension keeps a record against you in the abyss. The other dimension in heaven sees through one of your eyes, but when you invert the other eye, it cuts the cord to the abyss and there's no more record against you. How many times have I said that? Did you know that's what they're alluding to in 3i Atlas? That it's coming in with like data and it's mirroring whatever data it hits. I know, my brain's just like, wow. Okay, so now, too many things are matching up. The Lord told me to put hourglasses in both of the shipping containers at the get-togethers. They've always had hourglasses in them. Taylor Swift is using an hourglass in her video to show her eyes opening up like it's time. Her eyes are opening. Do you understand? She, the female rival, the witch hidden in the system, Leviathan, that's hidden, that's all through the sea of humanity. That's what it is. And now her eyes are opened. Yes. And at the same time, Three-Eye Atlas is coming through Ophiuchus, which is the serpent bearer, the one that brings the serpent. And Akhenaten happens to be the serpent people. And everything else I show you proves the serpent people. The Vatican's the serpent people. It's a serpent. What about Audience Hall right next door? Audience Hall. Look at the inside of the building. It turns into a freaking snake. And the Pope is standing between the two fangs. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. It's too perfect. It matches all my stuff. It's like, oh, okay. I guess I am an end-time harbinger. But it kind of rolled in a way I wasn't totally expecting, that's for sure. So anyway, take a look at this. Listen to what they say in the video. And listen to how they're characterizing this stuff.
Finally, deep space telemetry from a Canadian observatory picked up something no one could explain. A shadow signal, trailing Voyager 2's original transmission by 6.2 seconds, began repeating every pulse, every echo, but with slight distortions, as if it were being reflected off something that wasn't there. The term scientists used was phantom mirroring. But when the team plotted the angles of the reflection, it triangulated not to a known planet or body, but to an empty region of space, devoid of light or mass. Then came the final piece. The mirrored signal began introducing new elements, not present in the original, frequencies that described magnetic fields, radiation belts, and even temperature gradients. It was as if the phantom signal was mapping our solar system in reverse. Voyager 2 wasn't just sending data, it was being used to scan us, to mirror us, to replicate us. And somewhere, something was building a map. But to what end? At first, only a few noticed it. Radio operators, ham radio hobbyists, and deep space monitoring enthusiasts began reporting headaches, disorientation, and déjà vu after listening to raw Voyager 2 transmissions through spectrum analyzers. The effect was dismissed until university labs in Belgium and Japan replicated the anomaly in controlled conditions. Embedded in the signal's subharmonics was a resonant frequency that subtly disrupted short-term memory in mammals. When played on loop, lab mice began repeating behavior patterns they had already learned, but with slight variations, as if something was rewiring their choices. The researchers theorized that the signal was interacting not with hearing, but with electromagnetic fields within the brain. It wasn't sound, it was structure. Something in Voyager's signal had evolved into an influence, an external architecture capable of affecting memory, choice, and eventually, identity. Was it a side effect or a test?
And you need to go to the folders, and I've got to show you some stuff about stars. Now, Jesus, in Matthew 2, this friend of mine, Blake, sent this to me. It says, saying, "Where is he that is born of the Jews? For we have seen his star." His star. See, his star. It's his star. We all have our stars. He has his star. Did you know what the word Jew, when you look up the definition of Jew, you know what it means? The tribe from the beginning. Well, didn't Jesus say he's the first and the last? He's the first star. Unbelievable. For we have seen his star in the east. You know what east means? The place of life and light. So the word Jews means the tribe of Yehuda, and to go to the beginning, the first tribe. So now all this stuff that seemed a little nebulous is making all kinds of sense. Let me pull up the thing where I highlighted the Jews. He is born King of the Jews, Yehuda, celebrated Yehuda. Also, the tribe descended from the first. The first is Jesus. The tribe descended from El, the Almighty God. Jesus is El in the flesh. Okay, now watch this. Just watch. Y'all want to see crazy? Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. Okay, I'm going to show you the word star in just a minute. We're going to walk it back. The word star literally means to stand up, like resurrection. What? Yes. I'm going to show it to you. The resurrection is histemi, the standing up again. So watch this. The star appeared. I'm going to show you the word appeared right here. It means to lighten, to shine. That is to show, to be seen, and to shine. Okay, you know in Luke 1:78 and 79, it says, "In the day spring has shined in our hearts, and we are able to see past the shadow of adumbration." That's all I do, guys. I draw in hieroglyphs. I draw in altars. I draw in hidden images right in front of your face. Turn them upside down, blocking the shadows. That is the gift the Lord gave me. Okay, watch. So the star that appeared means to lighten and to shine. I'm going to walk it back now. Okay, so right here in Matthew 2, verse 2, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen," look at this, "his star." I'm going to change the color of that. His star. The word star right here, the root of the word star is histemi, to stand, like resurrection, to appoint, to continue, covenant. The word star, and I'm going to walk it back. Watch this. It's from stereos, steadfast, strong, and sure, and through the idea of posing to strew, that is to spread, to make bed, so to strew them out, a star as strewn over the sky. Well, that's interesting, because when I did the container at the Night Under the Stars, when he told me I had to do that floor in metallic epoxy, I was like, I tried to get out of it so many times. He said, you have to do it. And I did this whole floor in metallic epoxy, and going out the door, the Lord told me, now just throw all this glitter on top of this epoxy floor. I go, what? I've never done that. It made it look horrible. And the Lord told me, just strew it all over the floor, strew it. And that's what I did. And that's when the next morning, the whole building turned to white light. And we caught the whole thing on camera. The whole thing turned to white light. The whole building, you couldn't see someone in front of you. It all turned to white light. But it's only because I did what he said. I threw all that glitter on top of the metallic epoxy. And when the sun came in the door of the little building called the Ark, A-R-C, I didn't name it. I was just fixing it. And the Ark, when the sun went by, we're all standing there, the whole building turned to white light. And I got it all on video. You couldn't even see the people standing. The people standing next to me weren't visible. In the screen, you could see nothing but white light, except maybe the paintings on the wall or the black writings on the wall. That's it. Anyway, I'm legitimately freaking out now. This looks like, look at this. Okay, now, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of freaking out right now. This is unbelievable. Okay. So we know that Jesus showed up with a star, yes? Yeah, he did. He showed up with his own star, because we are the stars. That's why we had Night Under the Stars. The Lord showed me one of your eyes goes to a star. Now, do y'all want to see something absolutely crazy? You want to see something crazy? So here's a picture of Three-Eye Atlas. It's a little grainy, but there are a lot of stars in there too. So here's Three-Eye Atlas. Now, I forget the name of the person that did this fresco right here. Now, they show this a lot in Ancient Aliens to make the argument that at the time of Christ, oh, geez, hang on one sec. There we go. At the time of Christ, look at this thing that looks like a spaceship here and one here. See those? In this, they use this all the time on Ancient Aliens to make the argument about Ancient Aliens. But watch this. I took a closer look with Corey. Let me show you something. Look how it looks like 3i Atlas, but let me show you something. There's a guy, and he's sitting in there, but it looks like an eyeball. See how it looks like an eye? And he's facing forward. See it? He's looking forward. Now watch this. He is over here on the left, and then over on the right side, look at this. Here's a guy facing the opposite way, and they both have 8-pointed stars on this. There's an 8-pointed star here, which stands for Jesus and or Lucifer, and then this guy, he doesn't have the 8-pointed star. I thought he did, but watch this. Now I'm going to blow this up. Watch this. So here is the one guy looking forward, looks like an eyeball, and here is looks like an eyeball, but with 3 spikes going the other way, and they're triangles going opposite directions. But are they going opposite directions, or does it matter? Because look, there's guys facing opposite directions in it. I'm sorry, I thought I'd click on the other one. So there's the guy facing forward, and here's the guy facing backwards. I mean, what in the world is going on? Okay, now, again, here is the concept of, the 2 dimensions sharing information, and male is above, female's below. Each one of these represents everybody's eye. That's one of your eyes. That's another eye. And one side of the equation, the abyss, it keeps a record of everything you do. Okay, so before you die, when you accept Christ, then the abyss no longer has any hold on you or any record against you, because the female side of the equation is the one that keeps the score. Do you understand? Time of the female rival. What? Yes. This is wild. Okay, at the time they showed this in the video, they said that the Voyager's disk had been replicated. I want you to listen for it. The Voyager's disk had been replicated, and it had basically been upgraded by 3i Atlas, or whatever the signal is coming from 3i Atlas. It kind of rewrote the golden disk on Voyager 2, and it positioned the pulse to go to ready for this, deep space, into a void where there's no light and no mass. The abyss. It's everything I drew 3 weeks ago, and it's showing up now on the news. Okay. Do you guys get this? Do you know how insane this is? This is past insane. Okay, now let me go back to the folder, because now all this stuff is coming together in a way that's just beyond the human brain. Let me pop open these other things right here. Here it is. So Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him, male and female. It means image, a phantom image. That is exactly what they just said right here. Phantom mirroring. Watch. I'm just going to play a little soundbite.
The term scientists used was phantom mirroring. But when the team plotted the angles of the reflection, it triangulated not to a known planet or body, but to an empty region of space, devoid of light or mass.
Now, it channeled, or it directed, the reciprocal, reflection to a void, like the abyss. So everything I've been telling you is manifesting, coming from 3i Atlas, and what it did to Voyager? Hang on just a sec. I'm just... What? Yes. Guys. You see that? That's another style of hourglass. That is literally identical to the logo on my parachute. It's identical to the system above me. Let's see. There you go. This is really harder than you think. Let's see, I'll go over this way. It's identical to the system above me. That's so hard to do. There you go. It's the same. V for vengeance. It's right side up and upside down. V for vengeance is my parachute, which is mimicking everything they're showing us just in scientific language. Okay. I almost don't know what to say except looks like the Lord was giving me all the right data the whole time, which I already knew, but wow, this is beyond the human brain. Let's hear that one more time.
The term scientists used was phantom mirroring. The term scientists used was phantom mirroring.
And in Genesis 1 verse 27, phantom image. It's a male and female. Get it? Male and female phantom image. Phantom image of one of the other. Do you get it? Phantom image. Oh my God. This is insane. Okay. I have to process. I'm gonna have Zach throw this together for you guys, and I've got all the data here, and it's overwhelming me right now. Jesus is coming. Yeah, the King is coming. If you're not converted, you're gonna see the greatest horror the world's ever seen. Now, I want to talk to you about being converted, okay? Because some people have been asking, well, what does it mean? Well, when you turn the world upside down, let's say you take an image of the Virgin, you turn it upside down, and it's a dead sheep. Well, if you're one of us, you're going to go, what the heck? Why is it a dead sheep? It's a dead sheep. That's crazy. When you look at the U.S. currency notes that the Lord let me show you guys, and you see all the bombings are printed on our money, that should disturb the crap out of you. You should be like, oh my God, the bombings are on our money. What the hell's going on? Exactly. If it doesn't rile you or it doesn't prick you and make you like, what's going on? Then something's wrong. You're not awake. But if it does and you're like, oh my God, it's a dead sheep, and you've listened to all the biblical teaching the Lord's let me share with you, that neither shall you touch it lest you die, because it creates an equal and opposite you. You get it? Yeah, that are in opposition to each other, and that battle takes place within the host body system. And unless you get reconciled to God through Christ, then that process continues with your ultimate phantom mirroring destruction that is channeled to the abyss, like we just heard on this video clip about 3-Eye Atlas, which is what I've been telling everybody right there. Which manifests in Taylor Swift videos and all these other crazy videos that we show you guys. It manifests all over the place all the time. In almost every single movie I see. It looks like it's all correct. Okay, now I'm going to try and calm down. Okay, let me show you the thing about, I wrote someone from Croatia. They sent me an honest just request to help them understand. And so I wrote them back a small reply that I think everyone should be able to understand. I said, I will try and contact you in the next couple of days. Remember that if you can see that the Virgin is a dead sheep, then your vision has been changed in order to see it and understand it. Okay, now, first of all, let me explain something. When you invert the Virgin and you see it's a dead sheep and it riles you up a little bit and you're like, oh my God, it's a dead sheep. That's not good. And you realize that the Vatican is a big snake eating a sheep. That should blow your mind. And then you should be on the hunt for wanting to know what's going on. And you should have a desire to know the truth. That's a desire to know Jesus, because Jesus is the light that shines in all of us, the day spring from above, first Luke 1, 78, 79, the day spring from above shines in our hearts, and then we are able to see past the shadow of darkness. So when I show you the virgin is a dead sheep and you get it, that means your mind has changed, because we are of two consciousnesses, superhuman, angel, demon, okay? But when you're able to turn everything upside down and see it's true, well, then you're able to come to the knowledge of the truth and accept Jesus Christ for the payment of your sins and say, I'm sorry, I deserve my punishment, and then he will rectify the situation and you'll be able to see and perceive. Why do you think he said, I've come to give sight to the blind? And he said, and I've come to open the dungeons of those that, those that are in chains. Because we're in dungeons of everlasting darkness, and it literally means that we're yoked together with a demon. Heterogenetic prison house. Heterogenetic prison houses. That's what it's referred to. I'm in a heterogenetic prison house, which is my body. But I'm not my body. I'm a spiritual being trapped in my body. That's what's going on. Now watch. 1 Corinthians 2 tells you that to see the truth, you simply invert the world. Then you will know the truth, which is Jesus, and you have the mind of Christ. Remember, the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. So let me go to 1 Corinthians. Watch this. 1 Corinthians is awesome because it shows you how simple. 1 Corinthians 2, now watch this. We go down here. I'm just gonna go straight for the thing. Here we go. It says the natural man, let's see, I'm sorry. There we go. Here we go. But the natural man, that means the unregenerated man, receives not the things of the Spirit of God. It's capital Spirit, and that's divine right here. Divine, God, Christ, Spirit, the Holy Spirit. I'm going to make it all the same color so it's all together. Okay, ready? So, see, divine, God, Christ, Holy Spirit. Okay, but the natural man doesn't receive the things of the Holy Spirit, for they are foolishness to him, neither can he know them. See the word know? It's gnosko. It means to know absolutely. The only way you know any of absolutely is you turn it the opposite direction. And then you know that the virgin's a dead sheep. And then you know absolutely what you're looking at. Because if you're just looking at the virgin, you only saw one half. You only saw one half of the image. You didn't see the other half. You get it? Yeah, it's so perfect. It's terrifying. Now watch. Okay, neither can he know them, and it means to know absolutely, because they are spiritually discerned. Look at the word spiritually. Divinely discerned, non-physically. Okay, they're spiritually discerned. Look at the word right here for discerned. Ready? It's anakrino. It means to vigorously judge from down to up. Anakrino means to vigorously judge from down. Okay, well, it looks like the virgin. Let's turn it up. Oh, it's a dead sheep. What the hell is going on? That's where you make your transition. You're like, wait a minute. Why is the virgin a dead sheep? Well, we're spiritual beings. We weren't supposed to touch it because it's really another man, Lucifer, posing as a host body, posing as a girl. So we're committing spiritual adultery. That's what we're doing. Now, let me go back to this letter so I can help everybody that wants to understand. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things. Now look at the word judges. See the number G350. Exactly the same as discerned. He that is spiritual, that is ethereal, watch, it's a different word. Non-carnal. It's 4152. It means humanly ethereal as opposed to gross or demonic, a spirit. So you become ethereal, which means heavenly, as opposed to gross demonically. So you go from being that, gross demonically, to heavenly. But he that is spiritual judges, judges anakrino. That's like turn the virgin the other way and you'll see it's a dead sheep. Judges all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who hath known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. Look, we have the mind. Look at this. Intellect, that is the mind, divine or human, in thought, feeling, or will. Look at the root of the word. The mind of Christ. Ready? To know absolutely. To perceive. To be resolved. Just like turning the virgin upside down. It's a dead sheep. Just like the hieroglyph. It's a serpent race eating a sheep race. Just like the card Lou gave me. It's a serpent eating a sheep. Just like, hey, Johnny, I drew a picture of you. It's a serpent eating a sheep. But we have the mind to know absolutely of Christ, the anointed Messiah. Okay, so that's how you know. Now I'll finish the letter. So 1 Corinthians 2 tells you that to see the truth, you simply anakrino the world, and then you will know the truth, which is Jesus. Who is Jesus? You have the mind of Christ now. You now know up. Jesus, you now know Jesus again. Just like it says in the book of Revelation. Blessed is he that readeth, right here. He that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. The word readeth right here means to know up again absolutely. Blessed is he that anaginosko, to know up absolutely again. So that's how you know and you understand and you can take your ticket to the bank that you know Jesus. Well, he inverted the whole world. Why do you think it says in Acts 17:6, these that have turned the world upside down have come into our city and are disturbing our city? Because they knew the secret. You want to get out of the trap? Invert the snare that caught you. So you invert the snare, and it's like, oh, there it is. That's what they used to get us. They turned us into the devil in the flesh. Yes. Okay, guys, I love you in Christ. I'm going to let this fly. Zach's plugging in the stuff. I can't hardly even play clips on my computers right now. I'm still under serious attack. But we're going to get the content out. Also, the old channel's up again. Lord's working, doing some crazy stuff. And we've got the place ready to put the containers. I love you guys.